Good morning, students. With God's Spirit, now we are going to start our Moral Science, Class 6th, Chapter 1. Here, the name of our chapter is God, My Life, My Strength. So, from the heading itself, we understand God. God is everything, our life and our strength. Strength means our energy, power, everything. Now, here one quote's given: God warms his hand at man's heart when he prays. It means that God warms his hand at man's heart when he prays. That when we pray to God, God keep his hand on us. God is always remain with us in our heart, especially when we pray to God. And this thought is written by John Masefield. Clear? Now we see further. God created us from nothingness. From any, there is no any source. There is not any source at all behind for creating us. So it is said that God created us from nothingness. He made us out of love, just the one main source, that His love. God made us with His love. His purpose for our creation is for to know Him and to love Him. It is said the purpose, the reason behind us for creating us, that is just God, that we love God and we know God very well better. Next, after creating us, he did not abandon us. He did not abandon us. Abandon means here left. He did not left us. Here means after creating us, he did not left us. Abandon means left. He is with us when we sit, walk, study, and whatever we do. In our daily work, sitting, walking, studying, in all our activity, God is with us. He guard us, He protect us wherever we go. He care for us like our father, like our parents. God care us. His eyes are always upon us. In short, we cannot escape from the hands of God because He is always with us. It is said, in short, in all each and every activities, in each and every moments, God is with us. We cannot escape from the hands of God. And now we see next paragraph. One day, here one story it's given. It is very interesting story. I hope that you all will learn the lesson behind this story. One day, a teacher wanted to test her students, so she gave them a munch each and said, "Find a place where there is no one else and only then eat the munch." So here, student, please you make the bracket where I have made the bracket with a pencil. You also make this bracket in your textbook, because this type of bracket wherever I make, no, there you understand this type of question can be asked in the objective types question, like fill in the blanks, or specially like who said to whom. It can be asked in the who said to whom question. So you make a notes there and make a mark with a pencil there itself in your textbook also. So it is said that here, see, our story start that a teacher wanted to test her students, so she gave them, all the students, one munch chocolate, and she said that find a place where there is no one else and only then eat the munch. It is said that you find out one place where there is no one, where there is no any person watch you, no there person observe you there. At that place you eat the munch. So here hence it can be asked as a who said to whom also. So answer of this who said to whom will be teacher said to the student. So like that you can understand. Now you make the bracket over there. Now we see further, since the students like munch to so dearly, they wanted to eat it as fast as possible. So it is basic human nature. All the students, all human beings like chocolates. So they are very eagerly finding the place where there is a no one seeing, and they are very far hurriedly they went and searching for the such place where there is no one. So all of them went off in a different direction to find a suitable corner to eat the munch. So all went in a one proper find, searching the proper corner. All the direction they are moving here and there for finding such place where there is a no any person, except one boy, Shyam. All others returned with a great smile of satisfaction. All other students came back by eating the munch with a great satisfaction, but Shyam remained there only. Shyam held the munch and moved from one place to another, one corner to another. Shyam keep his munch with him only, and he is searching the every place, one place to another and one corner to another. He is searching there itself. The teacher called Shyam and asked, here also please students you make a brackets, why haven't you eaten your munch? Don't you like it? So teacher called the Shyam and asked him, why you haven't eaten your munch? Don't you like it? So here close your bracket. Again next one more bracket you have to make. I went to my scheduled places, but I could feel the great presence of my God everywhere. So, what is the reply of the Shyam? He replied his teacher that he went to many places, but he felt the great presence of God everywhere. He not found any place where there is a God is not present. So he found God is present everywhere. So with this reply, teacher very happy, and that meaning of that lesson, what teacher want to taught the students, he understand that through the Shyam. So I could not eat even though I love to eat. Okay, even he like to eat munch, but he not eat because the condition of the teacher is that where there is a no any person, there you have to eat. But Shyam couldn't find any place where there is a not any great presence of God, because God is present everywhere. The teacher was happy to get such an answer from the Shyam. Actually, the point to teach the lesson is that only God is present everywhere. So we can understand from this point also that we also understand God is present everywhere. This is the basic theme of our chapter and basic lesson we are going to learn, that is God is present everywhere. Now please students turn the page. Yes, God is present in every minute things. In every minute things. In every minute things means in every small things God is. In every tiny small things God is present. We are enveloped by air, but we cannot see it. See, we are covered by air. Atmosphere is around us, but we cannot see it. We cannot hold sunlight, but we can feel it. We can feel the sunlight, but we cannot hold. The presence of God in our lives is also like air and sunlight. So God is also present. See, air is present around us. Sunlight we observe every time, but we cannot hold. Same God is also every time with us. Its presence is invisible, but it is remain always with us. We can feel the loving presence of our God, but we cannot see Him, touch Him, or experience Him. We can feel the presence of our God, but we cannot see Him, touch Him, or experience Him. See how we can feel the presence of God. If we go up high in the sky, we see God is there. If we go deep down deep in the earth or like that, we see that God's presence is there. He is there above us, below us, and around us. Everywhere we see the great loving presence of our God. We are guarded and shielded by our God. So please students, you can make a note that here I made a bracket. We are guarded and shielded. You also underline this word guarded and shielded. This can be asked as a fill in the blank. So you can make a note of this and make a bracket. And next bracket also is, it can be asked as a fill in the blanks. We are secure in the hands of Almighty. So underline word Almighty. This is your blanks. It can be asked as a blanks. We are guarded and shielded by God. So we are protected, shielded by God, and we are secure in the hands of our Almighty. Next paragraph we see. See, many times we wonder why He makes us go through bad and tough times or allow us to experience failures. Many times in our life it will happen. Sometimes some difficulty, some bad times comes in our life. We think like that, why gods are giving us such time in our life? What is His purpose to making us unhappy? So we think like that, but only answer is that God knows what is good for us. Sometimes some bad times comes in our life, but that also, that bad times teach us some good lesson, some moral, good moral we get from that our bad times of our life. So for whatever comes in our life, good time or bad time, that is for good for us only. He has a beautiful plan for us, not for disaster, but for our good. Okay, whatever difficulty comes in our life, that is not for the disaster or getting us harm, but it is for indirectly or directly, it is for our good only. He gives us adversities means difficulties and that all restrictions, so that we can learn, grow and gain strength. So some difficulties come, some restrictions comes, but behind the difficulties and that bad time there is always moral, that we can learn something, we can grow ourselves, and we can get the strength and we can get the energy from that. We should just place our faith and trust in Him. In Him here means God. Always we have to remind that we have to keep our faith and hope and trust in God, who is our life and our strength. That is clear. God is all, that is Almighty, our life and our power, our strength. Now for understanding this meaning, here few lines of poem given that we can understand with that. When we feel battered by life's storms, sometimes we feel that there is a bad time is going on in our life and we feel sad, and you are filled with doubt and dismay. There are many confusions, doubts comes in our mind at that time, but you remember God's rainbow is coming. For its blessing you have to only pray. Yeah, for taking God's, for getting God's help, for just every time in every bad situation, God will never make leave us alone. Always God remain with us. So always you remember that God's rainbow is coming towards us, for giving us blessings, for showering His blessings. But for that we have to keep a hope, and only way that we have to pray Him. We have to pray Him properly, regularly. Now we see further. God is our Father and He takes care of us. That means no, God is our parents, like our Father. He take care of us. He will never abandon us. He will never abandon us. Here you can take, earlier also I said meaning of abandon is left. He never left us. When we face difficulties, when we don't succeed, when we are punished, we naturally wonder if God is really there with us. So sometime in all these problems comes in our life, when we get some punishment, when we get fail in exam or difficulties or something, many examples are there. That all times bad times comes, no, we think that God is really with us. That questions comes in our mind, but that all doubts and that all we have to ignore that. Doubts fill our mind and we lose our faith in God. That is bad thing. Some doubts comes that God is with us, like that all, but we should not keep such kind of doubts in our mind, because that all doubts will make us lose our faith in God. So we should not think like about that all doubts. We feel God has forgotten. Sometimes we think God forgotten us, but it is not good. We should not feel like that. Often, when we are successful, when we are hale and hearty, when we are very satisfied, when we are hearty, when we are very happy, when everything goes as we wish, we tend to forget God. See, many times by our side it is happen like that. When our good time is there, when we are very happy, everything is going according to our wish, according to our plans, that time as a man we forget God. We not pray regular to God, we not remind God all anytime. So now who really forgets? So it is naturally sometimes some good men, many time man gets more power, money, everything, so in that situation God, they will forget the God. So at that time who really forgets? Men forget. But in the difficulty time, God never leave us, never abandon us. Okay, never left. That is the point we have to think that. So here, does God forget or abandon us, or do we forget the God and abandon him? So your question is that in our good time we are forgetting God, or God is forgetting us, or in bad time God is forgetting. So we should not we should not keep all these doubts in our mind and always keep a hope in the God. Now please see the next page. So here also student, one short story is there. Behind that also very interesting message is there. We see. One night a man had a dream. He dreamed that he was walking along the beach with the Lord. So one man had a dream. He dreamed that he was walking along the beach with the Lord, with the God. He was walking. Across the sky flashed skins from his life. For each skin, he noticed two sets of footprints in the sand, one belonging to him and the other to the Lord. So here, across the sky flashed at one lighting type flesh skins came, and he noticed that there is a two set of footprints. Where he walking there, he seen the two sets of footprints in the sand. So one belonging him, one footprint of his himself only, and he feel that other footprints belonging to the Lord. So here seen the two set of footprints, and with the two set of footprints, here one belong to himself and other belongs to the Lord. Now see the next paragraph. When the last skein of his life flashed before him, in each part of his life some flash come. When there is a last part of his life is going on, that time he looked back at the footprints in the sand. He noticed that many times along the path of life there was only one set of footprints. He also noticed that it happened at the very lowest and saddest times in his life. So here what he said, sometime in the different parts of life, in our in our life, some different time, no, it will happen like that. He some bad time or some troubles coming going on at that time, he had specially seen that there is only one set of footprints. So what is meaning? He noticed that one set of footprints only. So now at this point some doubt came in his mind. So he, next paragraph you see, this really bothered him and he questioned the Lord about it. Lord, you said that once I decide to follow you, you had walked with me all the way. But I have noticed that during the most troublesome times in my life, there is only one set of footprints. I don't understand why you didn't walk with me I feel you have abandoned me. So, what is said here? He asked the God that God, you said at once I decide to follow you. Once, that means one time we start keep faith in God and that all, then God is always behind us. But this man found some doubt, and he found that in his bad time, troublesome time, there he seen there is only one set of footprint. So it means that he had a doubt that only one set. So difficulty time God is not with us, like that he doubt on God. So now you see very interesting paragraph. Please you keep a concentration. The Lord replied, my precious, precious child, I love you and I would never leave you. So God replied all his doubts answer and said, you are very special for me. Always I loved and I love you and never I leave you. During, now here please you make a bracket. During your time of trials and suffering, when you saw only one set of footprints, it was then that I carried you. Very beautiful answer. Very kindful message we get that in our difficulty times, in our bad times, we see that where there is a no one is caring for us, that time God cares us. Here also it a message that all the time of suffering of the bad time of the man, when there is he found only one set of footprints, that means that time God carried the man. Okay, that's why that one set of footprints is seen, that is of God, and already that man was with the Almighty's arm. It is carried, protected by the hand of Almighty's arm. See children, God was carrying the man to help him during the time of his troubles and sufferings. So we have to take the message in our every time of our troubles and suffering. God was carrying us. God was taking the care of us. The mistake he was made that he blamed God for leaving him alone during the troublesome times of life. So what mistake the man made? That he blamed the God. He doubted on God. He said that God not helping him, not carrying him while his troublesome time. But actually it was wrong. Actually God was carrying with his hand. He was carrying the man in his almighty arm, especially during his troublesome times of life. This is clearly tells us how God protects us. We fail to understand his love and concern. Sometimes we fail to understand God's love plan, but always we keep faith in God. Always we should remember that point. God is carrying us, loving us. He never leaves us. So let us remember that God is always with us. God is everywhere. That point we have to remember. So here moral of this chapter we understand the presence of God, the love of God. Always he showers his blessings, grace on us. But we have to keep one point in mind, that we should never keep doubt or blame on God, and we should do prayer continuously. Okay children, now here the explanation of our chapter is finished, but one question, one information I have to give, that exercise, that all questions related this information I have to give you about exercise. Exercise question, here there are 5 questions are there. Sorry, 6 questions are there. First this page there are 3 questions, and in the next page next three questions. So total 6 questions are there. The answers of these all questions I will give you in the one image, one pics I will give you. In all that there is answer of all these questions very clearly I have given you, but that I will say, but these questions you have to write in the moral science classwork, that you know very well. You have to prepare one small single line moral science classwork that you got already in the books. Okay, so that small one book you have to prepare single line for the moral science classwork, and please you note down this exercise part 6 question answer in your moral science classwork. The pics of all the answers of this question I am giving you already with this today's video only. You will get down with that pics of this answer. Okay student, thank you.